Peace, love, and prosperity. This is Big Mike coming back at you. I know I've been away for a couple of weeks, but I'm back and I'm gonna make sure I try to be a little bit more consistent. But just gonna talk about something real short today. It's been circulating on the internet, and but I'm gonna give my take on it. It's about protecting a woman, or I'm going to extend it to a man and a woman protecting their children, in particularly teenage children, little children and teenage children. But teenage children are a little different from little children. But one of the things that's been circulating on the internet, and you hearing people say this, and it is so true. You cannot protect what you cannot control. You cannot protect what you cannot control. And I'm going to come from this point of view. I have over 20 years of experience in the area of security. As a matter of fact, the only thing I have more experience in than that is basketball coaching and things like that. When you're doing security, and I've done all kinds, I've done security for concerts, I've done personal security, I've done security over an area. I've done boring security where, you're there and don't hardly nothing happen, all of that. But we're going to focus mostly on personal security and security for concerts, because depending on where you station for a concert, you have to make sure the artists are okay. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are positioned in front of the stage or in the backstage or the side stage area, the artist, their safety is in your hands. And in personal security, their safety is in your hands. Now, one of the things that happens, let's take an example for personal security. When you're doing personal security, whoever it is you're protecting, that person or that group of people, it's usually a small group of people. When you're doing personal security, they do what you tell them to do. They come out of the door you tell them to come out of. They go in the door you tell them to go into. They walk the route you tell them to route. And in a lot of cases, you can dictate what happens just on hand gestures. Because when it comes to security and everything, sometimes you don't want to make a whole bunch of noise. You don't want to say nothing because you don't want no one to hear you. You put your hand back like this and you telling the person to stop. You do like this, you put your hand behind you and you pointing in this direction, they go in that direction. So therefore, when you're protecting people in personal security, and especially at concerts, when you're protecting the artist, you may have two guys that's working or whatever, one guy by the stairs, for the side stage or backstage where the artist is going up, if it's an outdoor concert. If it's an indoor concert, you got guys that's backstage. You got guys that's in front of the stage, and they don't look at the concert, they look at the crowd. But the people that's on the side stage and in the backstage, in some cases, they're giving the artist instructions. They're telling the artist, go this way, go up the stairs is right here, da-da-da-da-da-da. They constantly giving instructions. The artists obey the instructions. Also, when you're doing personal security for one person or a small group of people, they obey the instructions, because it's not about trying to dominate them or oppress them. You have to protect them, and you cannot protect what you cannot control. So let's flip it to the family. When you have a man that is protecting his family, and you have a man and a woman that's protecting their family, if your man tells you, you don't need to go over there because it's too many situations that can happen over there. No, baby, I don't want you traveling by yourself. Wait till I can travel with you, or let's see if one of your cousins or somebody can travel with you. As far as the communication, constantly checking in with each other. It ain't a matter of I'm trying to control your movement, because in my case, what I'm saying, I would always tell my wife where I was, because it's about communication and her knowing that if I don't get to a certain place at a certain time, maybe something happened. Maybe she needs to check, and vice versa. I need to check. You cannot protect what you can't control. Any teenagers that's watching this, your parents ain't being extra. Your parents are trying to protect you. You think you know, when this part of your brain, the frontal lobes, which governs reasoning, discernment, making the right decision, it don't even turn on until you at least 22, 23 years old. In most cases, 25, 26. You don't know what you're doing. You think you know what you're doing, but your parents, your mother and your father are trying to protect you. The ladies in the family or in a relationship, your man is trying to protect you, and you cannot protect what you cannot control. Don't be so worried about your independence. I know what I'm doing. I run my life. I do this. I do that. Thus and thus. No. Now, if it's the type of man that's being controlling and oppressive or abusive, that's a whole nother area. But I'm talking about the good dudes, the decent dudes. I'm talking about the good mamas, the decent mamas. That's what I'm talking about. They are protecting you, and you can't protect what you can't control. So this whole thing about a man being controlling or parents being controlling, you know what I'm saying? If it's done in the right way, in the right balance, it's supposed to do that. Now, you may be in the comments and you may want to bring up all these abusive situations or whatever. I'm not talking about that. If there's an abusive situation, you need to go to the police. You need to go to your family. You need to do whatever you need to do to protect yourself in a way where nobody will mess around and get hurt. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who have wisdom, foresight, everything. Men know men. And that's another thing. Ladies, of course your man don't want you to be around other men, because some men are disrespectful. Some men will see even a wedding ring and they won't care. They'll come at you anyway. And then when you reject them or something, they'll do something stupid. And if he's not there to protect you, what are you going to do? Same thing if he is there. You know what I'm saying? If you wear tight pants, you're going to draw attention to yourself. It's that simple. And that attention may be unwarranted, and that attention will more than likely be some attention you don't want. You can't protect what you can't control. It's that simple. I'm Big Mike, and that's my point of view.